right, to see what text converts the best. I guarantee you change the text up a little bit, you're going to get different results. So my goal is to now beat that one that's at 4 cents, right? If I can get it down to 2 cents, guess what? We just doubled the success of that campaign. Love country music, like us for daily Love country music, like us for exclusive parties, news, and fashion. I don't know if I really want news. Love country music, like us for exclusive parties. I mean, I use festival updates before. Well, one of the keys here, right, is so this is giving me a preview, right? There's a desktop ad. There's a mobile ad, so this is when you're on your regular computer, it's going to show you this ad, right? For people that are on mobile, it's going to show you this ad, right? For people, people that are on their phones, it's going to show them this. So it's giving me a preview and it's showing me the same ad with all the different pictures that I have, right? What I usually do in the beginning is I'm going to turn off the right column ad. It's kind of counterintuitive because the way we learn is to do only right column ads. I prefer to not do right column ads to start out with because it's a little trickier to create good photos for something that's so tiny, right? So I remove that. I would click on remove and then I leave on the mobile and then I leave on desktop, right? An important thing here, right, is I don't ever want this line to wrap. See how the word fashion came onto the second line? That doesn't look good, right? That doesn't look good. So I'll come back and rewrite this based on however we're targeting, right? But let me first go into this. So one of the important things is that you want to reposition these images. Anytime, whether you upload images or you do your own, you click right here to reposition images. And because not the whole image is going to show on the ad. So what I want to do is I want to click on this, right? And I want to drag this so that I can see the preview over here. I can also see what's blacked out and what's in the window. I want to make sure that what I'm showing is relevant. See, cutting these girls' heads off halfway through doesn't make a lot of sense. It actually makes this photo not as cool knowing that it's not going to really show the flag as well. But probably somewhere right there I can still tell that are cowboy hats. I can see some of the stars, so I'd move it right around there. Right? Her hat's not getting cut off too much, so I would go there. For this one, I might move this up a tiny bit or actually move it down a little bit. I want to show some guitar, some hat, some boots. For this one here, I got the girl with the guitar. I'll probably move this up a touch. That's not really very country, right? Her hat, now that I'm looking at it, I'm not really fond of her hat. This one's cool because it's just different. Who doesn't like making out in a truck? That's people, it's going to catch people's attention, right? Sex sells at the end of the day. So I'll leave this one in there for time's sake, but I might get rid of that because it's not really a country hat, right? It's not a cowgirl hat, it's not a cowboy hat. But repositioning your images is absolutely essential, right? Repositioning your images is absolutely essential there. And then what happens if I come down here, it's going to show me a preview of what all these look like. Right? It's going to show me a preview. And I might target this time for sake of demonstration. I'm only going to target one thing and then I'll tailor my ad to that, right? So I'm going to go 18 and up. I'm going to go women. I'm going to go language English. So usually if you're for starting out, I would actually do like, for us, we really want to keep this to the US, but if you're just doing sports or you're doing something a little more generic, I would probably go Australia, New Zealand, Canada, all those good things. All right, all the major English-speaking countries. For most of you guys, you should add all those. All you have to do is type in here, I can go to Australia, yada yada, right? And I can remove that just as easily by clicking the X. Right? But I'm going to go 18, I'm going to go women, English. we're not really playing around with more demographics. And then the most important thing right here is the interests. Right? So as of right now, what's cool is it's going to show you this. It shows you this meter of broad versus specific. My potential reach right now is 86 million people. What I usually shoot for is at least 1 million. Oddly enough, I thought I was usually keeping it around 1 to 3 million, but then I looked at this ad that's been running for a long time and it's got 16 million people. So I guess apparently it's not that bad to keep an even bigger audience, right? But let's go interest. Let's try, well, what's a celebrity? What's a brand? What's a celebrity? Or what is an event of people that are interested in country music? Well, I can tell you one right off the bat. It's one that we always go to is called the Stagecoach Festival. Right? There's another one called Country Thunder. Right? And then it tells me as I type these in, right, how many potential people I'm targeting by that. So when I start typing in Country Thunder, it's going to show me, if it exists, it shows me in the drop down, it shows me how many people, 128,000. Well, when I add this, it's not going to add 128,000 people over here, right, because these two combined, well, let me just get rid of one. So Stagecoach is 279,000 people, right, but yet I'm only potentially reaching 142,000. Does anyone know why that is? Why is it showing my potential reach is only 142,000 when there's 279,000 people that like Stagecoach Festival? Anyone know? I'll give you a clue. It's right here when the broad to specific. Your audience is defined. What am I targeting? What am I targeting? What did I already set up here? Women, right? I did women, I did English, and I did only United States. Guess what happens if I remove all these things? If I remove English, if I remove United States, if I say all and I remove the age thing, guess what happens? Oh, please pick, oh, I have to add at least one country. Oh. So I'll have to have one. So it probably won't show me everything. But 240,000 people out of 279, right? So by going to 18 and by going to women, I just cut 100,000 guys out of the picture. That's beautiful, right? That's when I love marketing, is cutting 100,000 guys out of the equation. Is that awesome or what? All right. You guys with me? Is that cool or what? You guys get it? Awesome, right? Okay, so let's come back. So let's add Country Thunder. So right now, based on what we have selected, I'm at 142,000 people. Let me go back here. Stagecoach Festival. Oops, I already did that one, huh? So Country Thunder. Right? What might I do to get an awesome biggest country festivals? What are events? What? Celebrities, events, and brands? Festivals in USA. So why don't I just find out what all the biggest festivals are, right? Runaway Country, Country Thunder, Toad Lick Music. Runaway Country, Country Thunder, Toad Lick Music. So let's go Runaway... What was it called? Thunder? Oh, Runaway Country? I don't know what this is. So that Runaway Country? So that didn't really work, right? That one's not really big enough, maybe. Or they don't have a Facebook presence. Oh, that one's in Melbourne, Florida. Stagecoach, Rome River Jam. That's Bayou Country Superfest. Rome River Jam, Bayou Country, Rome River Jam. So there's only 12,000, so that's not really doing me a whole lot of good. Bayou Country Superfest, there's another 65,000. Right, so now what are we at? Now we're at 260,000. So I would keep adding. If I want to do events, this could be its whole group. This could be an ad set, right? The campaign is still Country Rebel or country music, is what I'm building likes to. I could have a whole ad set based on events, a whole nother ad set based on celebrities, a whole nother ad set based on brands. That would be a great way for you to start. Whoa, I'm getting marketed to. Stop. All right. We have CMA Music Fest, Riverbend Festival, Country Jam, CMA Music Fest. Boom, there's 298,000. There's a River Jam. Oh, we already did that one. River Band, Moon Dance, Country USA, River Band. River Band, I don't know what that is. Moon Dance. I mean, if I just start typing in, I mean, I can go also, the cool thing is that Facebook, if I just start typing in Country Music Festival, is going to show me a bunch of stuff too. Chicago Country Music Festival, Sydney, Taste Country Music Festival, Urban Country Music Festival, Woodstock, Tamworth. There's another one that I may never have found. Just start typing in Country Music Festival, and guess what? Based on what I keep putting in here, they're going to start suggesting things that are more relevant. Right, so here's another 5,000 Country Music Festival. So you want to keep going, right? Woodstock, here's 13,000. Those aren't really big enough. I usually would find things that have a couple 100,000 or maybe 1 million, 2 million people. Right? Some of these are a little small. That's okay, right? So 440,000 people. Let me add maybe one that's a little bigger. Country Stampede, I think that's pretty big. Country Stampede, Summerfest. Are you guys getting this? Here's 110,000. Summerfest, boom, 1 million. There you go. Although I'm not 100% convinced that that's Summerfest. I would have to do a little more. Deep River, Downtown, Happy Summerfest. Okay. Rock and Soul Run. I'm not convinced that that's all country, so I might get rid of that one. Right? You guys follow me. You guys get this. Are you getting it? Are you getting it? Follow me. All right, cool. Big Valley Jam. I mean, there's so many of them on here. Country on the River, Willamette. Yada yada yada. Let's just add one thing that's like let's just add how many people. You have to be a real country fan to know the Grand Ole Opry, right? Boom. So let's add those 900,000 people to the mix. We'll call it a day so we can get this moving. Cool? Alright, you guys all get the targeting now. Behaviors, don't worry about. More categories, don't worry about. I'm only going to target people not connected to my page. Right? So that is always there by default. If it's not there, you should put that. Only people that are not already fans. I'm trying to get likes to my page. If you already like my page, why am I going to advertise to get more likes? You can't get 2 likes on your actual page from the same person. I'm going to put this at $5 a day. I'm going to run my ad set continuously, and we're going to call this 18 plus, and we're going to call this Country Music Festivals. That's my ad set, right? That's the set. Because really what's happening, there's going to be 6 ads that are related to country music festivals, right? They're all going to be the same exact text, but they're going to have a slightly different picture. That's it. All right, same exact text, targeting all the same people. The only thing that's different is the picture. So now that we know we're targeting festivals, I would come back up here and probably revisit this and go, love country music, like us for exclusive parties, festival updates, love country. How about this? Country music fan? What I'm looking for is I don't want this to wrap onto 2 lines. So let's see, love country music. I gotta get some other wording in here somehow. Oops. So much for staying in an hour. Hey, guys, I tried to keep it an hour. There's just too much good stuff. I can stop if you guys want me to, right? You guys want me to stop or keep going? We're 23 minutes over. Stop or keep going. All right. So, love country music, like us for exclusive parties, festival updates, and fashion. Now we're targeting events. Like us for parties. I like exclusive though. Like us for parties, festival updates, and fashion. I'll just leave it at parties. Like us for cool. Like us for fan parties. Nah, I like exclusive. How about VIP though? Like us for VIP parties, festival updates, and fashion. There you go. So I took exclusive, I made it VIP. I'm conveying the same message, but I made this so it doesn't wrap. See how much better this ad looks? It's all in one line now. Boom. Love country music, like us for VIP parties, festival updates, and fashion. Now what I also do is I look at the mobile one, and I want to see, does the second line make sense on its own, right? Because this is going to wrap differently, and I want to make sure that this looks good too if I'm running a mobile ad as well. Remember, I turned off the right column ad. How does that look? The right column ad, by the way, so you guys know, is exactly what it sounds like. If I come onto Facebook over here, and I go to any given page, right? Let's see if I get ads here. No, let's see. It's not going to show any ads right now, of course, because, oh, here you go. So these are right column ads, right? What is the newsfeed ad? It's right here in the middle. It means when I scroll down here, here's, this isn't one, but it would look like that. Here's one right here. This is a newsfeed ad. This is what we do for the most part, right? That's the big ad. It's the same thing. You don't have a right column on mobile, so you're never going to see these on mobile because it's only one column down the middle, right? So this is a newsfeed ad, these are right column, and then mobile only has one. It's basically just a smaller newsfeed ad. Cool? Cool or cool? Right, so this looks 100 times better. See the power of asking a question and then also keeping this on one line, right? For the mobile it's on two, but for the desktop it's on one line. Does that make sense? All right. And this looks good overall. $5 a day, bid for page likes, place order. And that's it. You could set your budget at whatever you want right here. $100 a day, $1 a day, $5, $10, $20 a day. Like I said, you get to that critical mass. I mean, my first goal with any page would probably be 5,000 people. I think that once you hit anything less than that, it's really, you're going to have a tough time getting anything to go viral, so to speak, because there's just not enough people to like and share it. You can make money, and you can certainly do some cool things with only, you know, even 1,000 or a couple thousand people, but it's just your learning experience and your results are going to be amplified the bigger that audience gets, right? So it's going to tell me your order has been placed. I'm going to click continue. If I wanted to create more variations right now, I could have clicked the create similar ad button. And what's going to happen is it's going to go ahead and create that ad, right? So potential audience, 960,000 people. It created 6 different ads for me, the only difference being the image, right? So it says image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I could check all these out if I want. They're in review. Usually this will get approved fairly quickly. I would expect that this will be approved within probably 5 to 10 minutes, right? And I can potentially, I mean, we've had people come to our office, do coaching, and have 100 fans by the time they leave, right? Have 100 people following on Facebook within 24 hours, and that's really only because we didn't set the budget higher, right? If we set the budget high, we can get, I mean, you could, I think we took one page to 1,000 fans like pretty much overnight, right? So it just depends on what you have in mind for your budget and how fast you want to grow. And all I have to do, if I want to come back here, change the budget on this, I click this little pencil. I could go, you know, I could start it out at 20 bucks a day and then drop it down to 5. If I want to start out with a little burst and then kind of reel it back in. right? It just depends on what you want to do. As these ads start running, all I'm going to do is I'm going to keep an eye on the numbers, and as I see what's happening, what number am I going to look at? There's only one that I really care about outside of setting my budget. What is it? And we're almost done here, guys, by the way. What's the one number we care about? I want to see everyone type it in. You guys should know by now. I already was beating a dead horse earlier. I said it like 20 times right in a row. Cost per page like, right? Cost per page like. What is the number that I'm looking for? I'm looking for, at the minimum to start out with, less than 20 cents. Ideally, I want to get less than 10 cents. If I can get under 5 cents, amazing. If I can get it down to 1 cent, you're to a penny a click, or a penny a like rather, you're an absolute superstar. If you get under 5 cents, you're killing it, right? You're doing awesome. Wash, rinse, and repeat. You guys will get more fans than you know what to do with. If you listen to your people, if you provide them value, if you offer somebody something that is of $100 value and you offer it for 10 bucks, you'll make more money than you know what to do with, right? That's the key. We're not going to go into that on this webinar because that's all I really wanted to cover with you guys tonight. We're already 90 minutes in, so I think we're good for this evening. I'll take a few questions. We'll do a lightning fast recap right now. So we kind of went over, you guys obviously have seen proof. This entire webinar was proof. You guys got to look over my shoulder, see inside of our accounts. You know, just those 3 alone, that's not even counting 15 other pages that we have. That's 7,000 likes at 4 cents each. That's something we're pretty happy with, but I would like to see those down to even 2 cents, 3 cents. Makes a big difference. Small hinges swing big doors, right? We went through the ad fundamentals. We went over the ad tree. You have your campaign. You have your ad set. You have your ads within that. So what we just created was a country music campaign. We had an ad set where we were just targeting events, right? And then we had a bunch of different ads that were just a different image for each ad, right? You guys, I don't know if you can see my hand here. So country music, we had the ad set was events, and then the different ads were just all targeting the same thing, just a different image, right? We went over the fast track, right? We got cost per like. That's the only number that matters, right? Cost per page like. As long as you set your daily budget, you don't have to ever worry, hey, I don't want this thing to end up charging me $1,000 before I know it. Set your daily budget, whatever you're comfortable with. The more the better, in my opinion, right? Because you know, if you start getting a ton of fans and you're listening to people and you're really paying attention to what they're interested in, you're delivering value, it shouldn't be that difficult for you guys to recoup your investment, especially with the strategies and the things that we're going to be teaching you in the coming weeks, right? That's it. We took, 30 minutes to create an ad, and I was explaining everything the entire time, right? So imagine if we weren't, going through that step by step and elaborating on every single step of the way. You guys can see how, I could have probably done that in a matter of 3 minutes, right? Pick the images, move them around, decide what I'm targeting. The most difficult part of that one is we started targeting events, which was a smaller audience than normally I would get with artists. Like artists, I could have put one artist in there, and that would have been the entire ad. That might have been easier to do for sake of example, but hindsight's 20/20, right? We spent a little more time than I wanted to on adding different events to target, but that's okay. That was a valuable learning lesson for you guys, right? Valuable learning experience. I'll take 1 or 2 questions at this point. It's already been 90 minutes, so we'll kind of wrap it up here. If you guys are serious about creating a successful business, if you haven't already gotten started, you can call our voice mailbox. This is our business advisor line. Nobody's going to be there right now, or actually it's always a mailbox, but we get right back to you. It's 877-474-9344. Just leave your name, your phone number twice, and just tell us what you're passionate about, right? What you want to build a business around. And then we'll have somebody reach out to you and, just start a conversation and see if it makes sense, right? If you guys want to do personal mentorship, we do offer that. We're not, Darren and I personally, if you guys are serious, I would make sure that you're on next week's presentation. We'll be sending out more details about that. We're going to be opening up a handful of coaching slots to be able to work with us directly. But we also have business advisors that know this stuff inside and out that you can do coaching with. That's going to be a little bit more affordable for some of you guys that maybe don't have a bunch of capital to get your business going. You can also email coaching@internetincomeuniversity.com. That's coaching, COACHING, like business coach, coaching@internetincomeuniversity.com. That is it, my friends. Hope you guys enjoyed this webinar. Thanks for watching. Thanks for investing the time into yourselves. You guys deserve to be successful. We're committed to assisting you in achieving your goals, and I hope you guys learned a ton. We'll take 1 or 2 questions now. If you guys want to type anything in the box, go ahead, and I'm happy to run through it with you guys. You're welcome, you're welcome, you're welcome. All right, cool. Thank you guys for the feedback. Some of you guys are, I hope, even the ones that have a couple thousand fans, hopefully you guys learned a ton tonight, please. Can you all do another we don't really do Craigslist, Chris, so that's a good question, but we don't really spend time on that because Craigslist is not really one of our core focuses. It's not really, in my eyes, a long-term strategy. It's more of, just trying to manipulate the system. We used to generate, 50, 100 leads off Craigslist years ago, before it was cool. And it's just, our focus is this, right? If you guys want to do this as a business, to be able to support your family or support your kids, support yourself, create additional income through retirement, we're no longer really going to focus any of our training on short-term things that we feel are going to burn out, right? Now, Facebook reach is declining over time, but this is still, Facebook is not going anywhere, right? There's billions of people on Facebook. The rules of the game might change, but this is still a long-term strategy, if you ask me, and we're reaching hundreds of thousands of people without any issues. So until that ceases to happen, we'll continue teaching Facebook, YouTube, and blogging, aka SEO, right? Those are the 3 strategies you're going to see a lot of training on. You're not going to see us do, we may do some Instagram and Pinterest stuff, but that's really the extent of it. We're not going to do things that are, where you're constantly trying to trick the system like Craigslist, which we've done plenty of that in the past, right? Because you got to, if you're doing that as a career, you're going to support your family on it, right? You can't be hitting it, striking gold one minute and struggling to put food on the table the next. It's not how we want to run our business. It's not how we want to teach you guys to be successful. Does that make sense? Cool. Any, let's see. A couple people are asking the same thing. Yes, well, first off, the webinar is always recorded unless it makes a mistake. Then you guys win. Everybody else loses, right? That's why you always want to be here when it's live, because although we do send them out just about every time, our goal is to, you never know. I don't know if this recording could crash. Things happen where it's not guaranteed that it's going to go out as a recording, but yes, it is being recorded, and we will have this training for you guys. But a couple of people are asking, how do you determine cost per like? That's determined by Facebook and how effective your ad is, right? At the end of the day, who is it really determined by? You're listening, right? It's determined by your audience, your people, right? If you know your audience and you're listening to people with your initial ads, right, and you're listening to the feedback that they're indirectly giving you by showing you which pictures they like, which ad copy they like or don't like, you're going to be able to learn and get that cost per like down. But ultimately, it's just determined by the results. Facebook's going to put it out there, as long as it's approved and you're not violating any guidelines. They're going to start showing that ad, and it's just determined by how effective your image is, your copywriting, all those factors, right? Who you're targeting, is what you're saying relevant to who you're targeting, all that good stuff. Everything that I showed you right now is the formula to be successful with your ads and to get very, very affordable likes. Does that make sense? You guys with me? Does that answer you guys' questions? Is there any one last question? Final question? Speak now or forever hold your peace. All right. Any last question? Going once. Going twice. Going 3 alligators. All right. Well, that's it, my friends. You guys have a great evening. Wish everyone well. Look forward to speaking with you soon and look forward to helping every single one of you guys achieve your goals. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.